Now, in this session, fourth session of the week third, before this, we know that we have completed a discussion and demonstration of descriptive statistics. We have seen how to calculate them, what is their use, what are the limitations, different types of descriptive statistics, both for the time series data and the panel data. Now, and we have also seen simple hypothesis testing, but EView specifically has equality of means as a particular test where hypothesis is already being maintained. So instead of going for simple hypothesis test where we apply t-test, means, median, uh, a higher order method with the same features is inbuilt into the EViews, which is known as equality of means. Now, it is also it is known as equality of means when we try to test the means within a particular data set. And it is known as equality of variance when we want to check the variance for the subgroups within a particularly large data set. Generally, or rather I should say specifically, equality of means is the best test when we have the panel data. But it can also be applied to time series data. The problem with time series data will be if we have a single series, then a single series cannot be divided into subgroups. Okay, if you divide it into subgroups, then it is fine, then equality of means is best suited for it. Otherwise, because it cannot be divided, for example, you have GDP for 20 years, you have the value of it. Now, if you are not, if you do not have any logical reason to divide this 10, 20 years into two parts, then you do not have any subgroups within this GDP series. And when you do not have a subgroup, then you cannot apply equality of means because it deals with subgroups. So it will give results, but because subgroups will not be there, the results would be biased, therefore we cannot apply. Yes, in time series, if we have two series, then we can check the means for these two series, which we can also do in any other software through simple t-test. But the best part of EViews is that you can use this particular equality of means, variance, medians, and you will get all the values which you will get for t-test and all other rest of the test. There are few statistical figures that they are very sensitive to normality. So if you depart from the assumption of normality, then they will not be applicable. But also there are certain tests which are available that they are not sensitive to normality. So even if the data is not normal, you can apply them. There are certain cautions for that we will try to discuss when we'll deal with that. The equality of means test of variance as well as of means is best suited when we are applying it on a particular panel data set. Because you know that a particular variable, a particular object of a panel data set has subgroups. For example, if we see the panel data which we have been using, we have 12 countries. We have one variable, so we have data for 12 countries. It means if we have GDP for 12 countries, it means the GDP can be divided into 12 subgroups. This subgroup division is on the basis of certain nominal characteristics, on the basis of name, Argentina, England, France. So that can be divided. So there is possibility of dividing the particular series into subgroups. Therefore, the equality of means test along with its framed hypothesis is best suited for panel data. Therefore, you will not see many people applying equality of means in time series data. But you will see in panel data, so lots of people, if they start, if they want to have a combination of two types of techniques, one they are taking a higher order technique, and then one they are taking, instead of just taking descriptive statistics, they can take the equality of means because that is based on the fundamental descriptive statistics. So instead of just showing the descriptive statistics, sometimes researchers prefer to apply a descriptive statistic based test which is equality of means. So today we will see how to calculate it for both the time series and the panel data, and then we will discuss its outcomes and the limitations of this particular test. So we will have to go with that particular data set which we have already been using. First we will go for panel data because this is best suited for panel data, and then we will go for the time series data. So you can go to your data file. Again, just to remind, we click right on it, open with eViews 11. Open with eViews 11. Okay, next, this is correct. Predefined range, header lines 1, fine. Okay, all the values, all the columns are active. Next, okay, then we have all the things available, weighted panel and finishing. So we have the panel data with us. Now you see, if we open one series, suppose I open current account balance. Now this current account balance, one variable, the panel data, we have several countries in it. Okay, you can see. So if first, how to reach to that particular point, you go to view. In that view, you go to descriptive statistics and you will get equality test by classification. You will get simple hypothesis test. We have already seen simple hypothesis test in one class. I had demonstrated briefly. So you go to simple hypothesis test. In this case, you will have to feed the mean value. So if you feed the mean value and you test, that will be simple mean test. You can say it t-test in simple terms. Or you can also say it equality of mean because it will test the mean, whether both the series are having some equal means or not. But the problem here will be that because this is one single series, to give, you will compare this with whom. So therefore, you need to create subgroups. So in that case, you go to view, you go to descriptive stats, equality test by classification. Now here you can divide into groups. Okay. But let's see another method where we can have a comprehensive test. So we select at least two variables, current account balance and export, and we open them as group. So we have all the variables available to us. We go to view. Now you will see that test of equality will appear. Now, why previously test of equality was not appearing and now it has appeared? The reason is that test of equality require two variables, not two subgroups. And within two variables, there can be a number of subgroups. So for that reason, the test of equality specifically requires these at least two variables. Then there can be subgroup. Subgroup is not a condition, but it is an added benefit. So you go to test of equality, click the test of equality. Now we can select whether we want to test mean, whether mean for both the series and for all the subgroups. Remember, it will be for both the series and all the subgroups. The mean is equal or not. You can check for median, you can check for variance. If it is mean, then it is equality of mean. The name of the test will be equality of means. If it is median, the name of the test will be equality of median. If it is variance, the name of the test will be equality of variance. But generally, commonly, popularly, we always say equality of means, which means that it can be mean, median, because the output shows that whether we have tested only mean or we have tested other things as well. Clear? Everybody is clear? So I'll just demonstrate it again. So because we now know that equality of means requires at least two variables, and then within subgroups are required two groups, and then within those two groups there can be a number of subgroups. So we have to open at least two. So we are opening current account balance and export together. Right click, open with as group. We go to view, test of equality. We want to check for mean, we click OK. Now you will get the results of the equality of mean. First of all, the null hypothesis of equality of means is that the mean is equal. Okay, I'll just write in the chat box. Just wait a minute. The full hypothesis is all series in the group, rather I should have, all series have the same mean. This is null hypothesis. Okay, null hypothesis, all series have the same mean. Now you see that this has given us multiple different types of tests. This is the best thing about EBU. Means it is testing mean according to different techniques, different methods. So we have t-test, we have SWT test, we have ANOVA, we have Welch. You can test for all these the probability value. If the probability value is less than 0.05, the rule was we reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, because it is less than 0.05, so at 5% level of significance, we will say that the null hypothesis has been rejected. It means both the series have different mean. The mean of both the series is not same. And all the tests, they suggest the same thing. Sometimes what happens that t-test and ANOVA test is giving the same result, and Welch and SW test is giving the different result. So in that case, you will have to determine. Generally, the method researchers apply is that they take the majority of the decision to be the correct decision. So if this is 4 out of 4, 3 they will see what the 3 suggests. Then in that case, if they both are 2 and 2 equal, then they will reduce the number of these tests by 3. So they will ignore t-test because this is the most fundamental test. So instead of t-test, a better version of the t-test is SWT test. They will consider SWT test, where league and lads are considered. So these 3 they will then consider and they will ignore the t-test. Clear? Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before we proceed further, because we will see variance also, uh, I would like that you also demonstrate for all 3 series, not just 2, but 3 series. So just share your screen. I'll just allow and
Sir, what is DF and value?
just a bit. Yes. What is
DF?
DF? Degree of freedom. DF you are asking?
Yes, sir.
DF is degree of freedom. Degree of freedom is because this is equality of means. So degree of freedom is denoted by n minus 1 upon n plus 2 multiplied by n minus x raised to xn, previous x. So if you go to detail of how we calculate t-test, all these tests when they are calculated, degree of freedom is to be considered. Okay, so if it is between the 2 series, there are 2 variables, n minus 1, 2 minus 1 equal to 1. But if it is across within, so there are lots of variables are there, groups are there, then it is calculated differently. So that is the technical part. So if you go like, if you calculate a standard deviation, you go to the tables and see the values, the manual process in that manual procedure. Clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Okay. So, okay, so everybody just demonstrate how to calculate equality of means with mean. We are not right now discussing variance and for all the 3 series of the panel data. Yes, please. Okay, Amir Hamza, very good. We have opened all three, Amir Hamza.
Yes, sir. CAB, export, import, all three.
Okay, okay. The next. Okay, Akif Qayyum. Okay. Akif, can you just repeat the whole process again, because it is recommended, because others will also see, so it will be yes. Okay, all three groups are there. Okay, mean. Okay, so we have this. So Akif, what do you say? Whether null hypothesis will be rejected or accepted in this case?
Rejected.
Okay. Akif, let me move forward. Yes, next. Okay, Bilal. Okay, very good. Very good. Next. Others. No, it's wrong. Others. Instead of country, you select CAB. You have selected. Yes. Not is correct. Yes. Okay. Test of equality is below covariance. Yes. Okay. Very good. Next. Yes, please exit your screen sharing. I'll exit. Yes. Next. Who is next? Bilal has done. Abbas has done. Amir Hamza, Akib, Asim Javed. You have not shared. Asim Javed, are you there? Okay. So Mr. Shavik, you are joining through your mobile.
Yes, sir. I'm running through my mobile.
Okay, okay. Okay, Asim
Yeah.
Javed is also from mobile. Okay, then we have Zeenat. Zeenat, are you there? Okay, let me put a question to all of you, those who have done that. If you see in the last case, let me show it to you. You see that there were 4 outcomes. But when we have selected 3, and I'll just show it for you. When we have selected 3 variables, if you see, we have only 2 outcomes. Anybody who can tell me why it has happened, particularly Zeenat, can you tell me why it has happened? Anybody who can guess or tell me why it has happened? Now, Agdas was asking about degree of freedom. Agdas, you can see now we have degree of freedom as 2. So previously it was total, 3 variables minus 1, n minus 1. So it is 2. Yeah? Yes. Okay. Now the answer is, t-test. Any format of t-test, it basically compares 2 groups, 2 series, 2 objects. It does not go beyond 2. So that's why, because now we have moved beyond 2, therefore the t-test has gone out of our analysis. F test, which can be used for more than two groups, has come into play. So that's why if we do only for two, if we have two series in the panel data, then we will get the outcome for t test as well as f test, both the variables of t test and f test. These two starting are t test, these two are f test. And if we will go for more than two, then only f test will appear and t test will not appear. Clear? So this is the reason. Now again, if we see for three series, when we are using three, you can see as group we go to test of mean. So you see that the value is 0, 0, which means that in both the cases null hypothesis has been rejected, which means that the mean is not equal. It means mean is something different. Okay, and you can see this is demonstrated here also, that the total mean here is for all three series current account balance, export and import is different. Okay, you are getting my point? So that is quite important to understand. Now, if we go again and if we want to check for variance, now median is not suggested. I tell you, if we go to variance, then median will always be involved in it. If we go to calculate the equality of variance, whether the variances are equal or not, and variances are measurement, they are basically an indicator of uh, the variance, the how much it varies, how much is the fluctuation from the mean. So if we go, we can just click OK, we will get the equality of variances as well. Now there are three methods through which we will get the output. This is important, that which method is useful for our objective. So for example, first of all, Bartlett is very sensitive to normality. So if the data is not normal, if we have already checked the series and we know that all three series, one or two series, the data is not normal, then in that case, we should not use Bartlett test. Its value may be misleading, may be biased, misspecification error may be there. In case of, then we can use the Levene and a B Frost test, Brown test. Now, Brown test is also a version of Levene test. Both the underlying equations of the test are same with certain changes in Brown that have been modified. Now, these two tests can be used if any of the series, because we have three series there. We have current account balance, we have export and import. If any of three series is not normal, then we can apply, we can report the values of Levene and Brown F test. And in this case, if you see all three are giving the same result, but still we cannot report all three because we have to determine either we will be using Bartlett test or we'll be using Levene and Brown test. Okay. Now, what is the difference between Levene test and Brown F test? Brown F test, I told you the modified version of the Levene test. The modified version is that here median is also included in the variance. So this variance is not from the mean, but from the median value. That is the difference. And this Levene test variance is from the mean value. This is the difference. Okay. So where we think that we have a type of data set where we think median is better suited than mean, then in that case, we should report the Brown F test. But if we are not sure, then obviously we should go for Levene test. So in this case, for all three, because the probability value is less than 0.05, which means that the null hypothesis has been rejected, which means the mean is different for all three series, which is also visible from the table below, that the mean of all three series may be different, which we have seen already previously as well. So now it is up to you. Yes, please, everybody can just very quickly calculate the equality of variances. Yes, for this panel data series. Okay. Yes, next. Bilal, can you recalculate it so that step by step everyone of us can see it? Okay, very good. Okay, next. Yes, who is next? Okay, very good. Okay, next.
I don't know how to exit the screen.
Okay, Alex. Okay, who's next? That's it. Sakshi, you are there? You can share your screen and do that. Okay, I think that's it. No issue. So now we'll move forward to see how the same thing can be applied to the time series data. I again repeat, I have told you that first we have applied this on panel data because we understand and we know that equality of means, equality of variances test is best suited for panel data because of the fact that we have subgroups within one single group. But because this feature is not present in time series data, therefore we need to rethink about time series data, but still we'll see how to apply it. So we'll go and we'll use the time series data file. I'll close the panel data file. Time series data file we open with EViews. Okay. Okay, next, next, finish. Okay. So if we see, first of all, if we see the single series, again the problem will be that if we go, we will not find the equality of test. Because I told you the reason is to go for the at least two series. So we open two series, current account balance and GDP. If we open the two series as group and we go to view, then we'll find the test of equality. So the same approach is there. Okay. And then we will have test equality of mean, median, the same thing will be there. Just a minute. Okay, so if you see that in this case, similarly again, we have all the four tests because this is two series. Therefore, we have all the four tests, both type of T test and both type of F test. If we open the three series as group, we go to view, we go to test of equality, we will see again only two tests will be there. The same approach is there. Okay, so we need not worry about it. And again show, we go to open, group, view, test of equality, we get for mean, the same type of results. We go test for equality, we go for variance, the same type of result, all three are there. If we try to test with median, which is very skeptical to checking. Why skeptical? Because first of all, this you can only use in case you can justify that the series which you are using, the median is the exact central point. If that is the case, it means that your series, the data should be discrete in nature. If that is the criteria, then only you can use. So in very few cases that is used. Rather, I should say that you will get seldom any such example where median will be used to test equality of means. So in qualitative type of data, it may be the case, but still I've shown you all these. So you can just again check. So very quickly, everyone please check all three for time series data. You calculate all three together for time series data. Okay. Okay. Then we have median. Okay. And then we have the variance. Okay. Next. Okay. All three groups are there. Test of equality, mean. Okay. Very good. Then test of equality, median. Okay. Then test of equality, variance. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay, Sakshi. Open all the three series. Okay. Test of equality, mean. Okay. Then median. Okay. And then finally variance. Okay. Very good. The next. Okay, for mean. Okay, very good. Then for median. Okay, very good. And then for variance. Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, next. Who is next? Okay, anybody else who is left? Okay, so this is all about equality of means. When to use equality of means? What does it indicate? Suppose we have two groups. A simple example is which we generally give to students to understand easily is that we have two groups and we want to know whether there is some difference in the income earned by these two groups. And if there are differences, then either we want to correct those differences or we want to report and then we want to draw policies so that the gap may be reduced. Suppose, for example, if we want to see whether there is difference in the mean average income of the top 10% of the population of a country and lowest 10%. Okay, and how much is the gap over the years, whether it is increasing or not. So we can say, okay, the inequality is increasing when we have the gap and the gap is ever increasing. So these kind of, when we have these kind of issues, when we want to know uh, the departure from mean value, then we want to use equality of means. Equality of variance is generally used particularly the areas where they have volatility, where a variance, a fluctuation indicate departure from normality or some kind of benchmark. Then we want to use equality of means. So for you to simply understand, it is that whenever we have an average value and we are interested in knowing the departure from the average value and whether the two series are departing or not, these two questions are there, then in that case, we need to apply equality of means. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in that case, we need to apply equality of means. And this is one of the fundamental tests which is based on descriptive statistics, but it is not just statistics, it is a test. We call descriptive statistics as statistics. They report, they describe the data, but they are not they're not testing anything. The testing starts with equality of means, which means that now we have started testing the things. Now we can have assumptions, we can test them, we can have some questions for which we can search for answers using the descriptive statistics, the fundamental statistics. But with descriptive statistics, we can just describe as it is. We can tell what has happened, but we cannot test something, that why something has happened or what may be the reasons of it. So that is the benefit with equality of means, that we move towards one level higher, in which from applying and using a descriptive statistic, we start testing with the help of descriptive statistics. So this is sufficient for today. With this we end, though we have taken a long time. I regret for that, but there were some issues. So we have completed week 3, and from tomorrow we'll start with week 4. Now, if you have any problem related to week 3, we can talk about it. And this week 4 is going to be 4 sessions, in which the last session I'll be inviting few people from Germany, United States of America, and if I'm talking, if I'll get from Russia. So if we are able to get them, we can talk more about data science and its future. So last session we have that, and in the last session you'll get your digital certificates as well. And then we'll have long-term association as well. So if you have any doubt, anything, you can ask right now. Those who have doubt, those who want to stay, they can stay. Others can leave. We'll continue tomorrow at 9 p.m. hopefully. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.